It's 4 p.m. on a Friday. Hundreds of people are gathered in an arena. It's a large crowd. People are yelling left and right, anxiously holding up poster boards to root for one side of the arena. The players slam into each other with blood dripping down their foreheads, eyes blurred with sweat, and mouths clenched with anxiety. They have one goal: to become the victor of the match. I could be describing bullfighting or dogfighting, but I'm actually talking about American football, the most popular sport in the United States that results in the most fatal injuries. And it's not just American football, it's every other professional sport where athletes feel seen in the arena, but not as human beings. But why do people ignore this reality? Why are their struggles glorified? Where do we draw the line between humans and animals? Three things in my speech today. First, on dehumanization, second, on safety, and third, what we can do to help. My first point is on dehumanization. According to Cambridge University Press, athletes are viewed as beasts or assets, meaning that their physical abilities or the success of the team is prioritized over compensation, over human rights, over labor protection. When football players tear their ACL, figure skaters deform their feet, and wrestlers get cauliflower ears, we consider it beautiful. We normalize and glorify that you have to give up your life and experience unethical training just to succeed in the sports industry. Sure, we give them medals, adorn them with flags, and celebrate their victories as they come home bloodied and disabled. But I ask you, how is this different from a bull embellished with fancy clothes to go on a brawl? This is the culture of playing through pain. Think about it. When was the last time you felt empathy when your favorite team lost because the star player was prioritizing this health? To society, it's normal for athletes to push through their injuries, to push through their pains just for one more win. But the problem is that people don't recognize that there is a difference between effort and playing sports to the point where you have to destroy yourself. We assume that athletes must not have been trying hard enough when they prioritize their health. We demand that they ruin themselves for our pleasure. When Simone Biles dropped out of the 2020 Tokyo Olympics in concern of her health, people were quick to point fingers. Why didn't she fight? Why didn't she push through? We continue to toy the line between horse racing and fandom, blinded in dopamine. My second point, safety. In an interview with the Detroit Free Press, NFL record holder Calvin Johnson admitted that he, of course, had to hide his injuries. He had to do it for the success of his team. But he wasn't alone. Concussions occurred to every single person on the team. Not only did he suffer from concussions alone, but he encountered how some of his fingers didn't even bend correctly. He had a constant nerve on his shoulder, and his ankles had given up on him. This is what is normalized in the sports industry. Play hurt, practice hurt. This is what coaches often tell their players to encourage them to play through their injuries. And that is why so many football players have to hide these pains, these tears, these years of blood. The second they admit their injury, their career is over. We like to demonize athletes for drug abuse, but we are the ones strangling them to the extremes. According to NFHS, about 1 in 5 males aged 18 to 26 years consider taking performance enhancing drugs in order to become a professional athlete. Without a medal, their value is nothing, and this is what has become normalized. Like geese being force fed to produce foie gras, athletes get eating disorders to earn the next contract. Like zoo animals whipped for performance, they have to hide their injuries in order to earn the gold medal. If you feel any sense of remorse at an elephant carrying tourists in Thailand, there should be no hesitation to feel the same for an athlete. So these are my solutions. First, It's crucial to ensure labor protection. Mandated by organizations like ILO, we need to make sure that these laws are being enforced. There should be a strong emphasis on contract rights so that athletes have a voice to terminate contracts if they are being abused. Second, there needs to be guaranteed safety standards. Don't make them hide their injuries simply because it's better for them. We need to start treating athletes like humans. There needs to be mandatory checkups for conditions like concussions, and we need medical professionals who can spot mental health issues and provide next step guidance. Finally, we can reform our culture. We, as individuals and as fans, need to do much more than encourage this culture. We need to question our culture surrounding excellence and performance and return to the original value of sports, human excellence, and respect, rather than dopamine and extreme stunts. Animal circuses ceased to be a popular spectacle long ago, and it only seems the same people are getting the rush from watching athletes run their own trick shows. And it's easy to enjoy the show. Sit back with a bag of chips and tune into the Super Bowl, excited to get the adrenaline rush, watching the bogey players smash into each other and break their bones to please the audience. Nothing will remain, no excellence to celebrate if we exempt the human from this quest for achievement. Entertainment cannot be an excuse for exploitation. Thank you.